So here we have two at-home face mask products, My Perfect Facial and DMK. They are both quite similar in that they both contain a foaming powder that you mix with a liquid to form a paste, which you then apply to your face, neck, décolletage and whatever other parts of your body that you want to treat. I often do the backs of my hands and arms. They both work as a peel, removing dead skin cells from the surface of your skin and helping to lift and tighten. And they also both use enzyme therapy, which can help flush out impurities from the deeper layers of your skin through a reverse osmosis mechanism, which forces fluid through cell membranes and around the cells, thereby further helping with rejuvenation and skin health. But the big question is, which one is better? That's what we're going to find out today by doing a split face experiment where we're going to apply My Perfect Facial to the left side of my face and the DMK at-home mask to the right side of my face and compare my skin afterwards. So now we're going to make up the pastes that we're going to apply to my face. So we'll do the DMK one first. For the DMK, you basically use equal parts dry powder and liquid. So if I was doing my neck and décolletage, I would use 3 teaspoons actually, but because we're only doing my face today, actually we're only doing my split face today, but that's all right, we'll make a nice thick paste for that. So I'll just use about 1.5 teaspoons. I think that'll be plenty. So then you mix the liquid in. At the beginning it looks like the powder is just never going to become a paste with that amount of liquid, but believe it or not, it actually does. You just keep stirring. And of course, if the mixture's a bit dry, just add a little bit more of the liquid. But you do need to give it a little moment to see how the powder really does dissolve into the ectodermal peel. And you want it basically into what will resemble sort of like a pancake mixture. So not too runny, but not too thick either. So I think this is going to be just about right. There you go. I find that the powder dissolves really nicely with this one. Although when you do apply it, there is often still some small lumps of the powder that don't seem to dissolve right to the end, but if you just give it a good stir, then see that solution's looking quite nice there. So that should be fine. And then with the My Perfect Facial, they include plastic spoons here. So you actually use the large spoon amount of liquid, which in the My Perfect Facial case, it's called the activated gel. So we'll fill up one of these with the liquid. Again, I'll just do a little bit extra so we've got enough. And again, if I was doing my neck and deck with this, I would use about 3 of them. I mean, they say you only need a really tiny amount, but I'm a bit of a slather girl. I like to use enough. And then we'll put 1 and a little bit of the medium, and we'll see how this dissolves together. I'm actually just going to use the spoon from here. We'll give this a mix. See how similar the two products are? Like they really are so similar. They both make up this pancake sort of like mixture that you apply to your face, and they both feel the same too on your face. Although when I have used the DMK, I do think that the DMK might pulse a bit stronger than the My Perfect Facial. But it'll be interesting. I've never done a split face experiment before. I've never worn both of them on my face at the same time, so I haven't really been able to compare. So it'll be interesting to really see how they feel when they're on my face side by side. Now I have to give it to the DMK in terms of the scent of it. The My Perfect Facial does not actually smell all that nice. It actually smells a bit chemically, whereas the DMK actually has quite a pleasant sort of neutral, maybe a little bit sweet sort of smell. But yeah, the My Perfect Facial doesn't smell all that good. Okay, so there we have it. This one's a little bit runnier than the DMK, but you can both see that they're both very, very similar in that they're both a liquid now. And now it's time to remove my makeup, and we're going to apply this to my face and compare how they work. I'm just using a micellar water. Okay, so now we're going to apply the paste to my face. So we're going to put DMK on the right side of my face. So I've got it here in the bowl, and it's this beautiful paste. The My Perfect Facial actually includes this fan in the kit, so I'm just going to use the My Perfect Facial fan for both of them. Now you can bring it right up to under your eye, and they all do say to apply it in a sweeping up fashion. I'm not sure that's really going to make much of a difference how you actually apply it, but that's what they do say. We'll put half on my nose, half side, and move it up here. And don't forget to do your top lip too. And you can actually even do the top just above your eyelid, just under your brow. I always do that area of my skin too. And because I don't like to waste any of this solution, oops, I should just use my fingers at the end, which you certainly can do. Okay, so that's the DMK. Now we're going to put the My Perfect Facial on the left side of my face. And see, again, you really can see how similar these two products are. They're even the same colour and everything. But they don't smell the same. My Perfect Facial definitely does not smell as nice. Now we'll bring it around. In fact, the colour of My Perfect Facial is a little bit lighter. The DMK is a little bit more yellow. This one's a bit whiter. I like using both these products. I find that they're both really good to use. And again, you can do just under your eyebrow. I wouldn't actually put it on your eyelid itself because it'll be too easy to run into your eye. And if you do get a bit into your eye, yes, it does sting. Okay, so now we've got DMK on the right side and My Perfect Facial on the left, and now we just have to wait for it to dry into its concrete mask, and then we'll compare and see the results. So it's been half an hour now, and this is the result. They don't call this the Game of Thrones facial for nothing. So the right side of my face, which had the DMK on it, did seem to pulse harder and sort of more intensely, which I've always felt that about the DMK, that it does seem to pulse harder.
Whether that means it's working on a deeper level or increasing your circulation more, I'm not sure, but it does feel stronger. It may feel a little bit tighter possibly on my left side, which is the My Perfect Facial, but it is hard to tell. They are very similar in terms of how they do feel. And I love using both of them for sure. But when you have a professional DMK treatment at a skin clinic, they use hot towels to get the mask off, to sort of dissolve it, because it's very hard. And the My Perfect Facial recommends removing it with a warm cloth. But I have to admit, when you're doing this at home, the only way to get this off, I find, and the most satisfying way to get it off, is to get in the shower, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now.
Well, that feels so fantastic to get that hard, dry, itchy mask off. I've rinsed it all off now, and I'm just going to put a hydrating serum on now. And this is my favourite time of day, of any day, when you've got your makeup off, you've had a shower, you've cleansed your skin, and you can now nourish it with some beautiful products that work for your skin. Now, I think I'm going to give it to the DMK because, like I said, it does pulse stronger, and also there's a bit more erythema on the right side of my face, which could be an indication that it's worked harder and perhaps deeper. Like, it's definitely a bit more red under my right eye than it is under my left eye. And it is a little bit pricier too, which whether that's an indication of whether it works better or not, I'm not sure. But either way, both of these products are just beautiful to use. I try and do an at-home mask once a week if I can find the time. And it's not going to be as strong as an in-clinic treatment, but for in between, and just to keep your skin feeling good, looking healthy, looking its best, I would definitely recommend doing this once a week. It's just a great feeling. It just feels refreshed and healthy and renewed. And so what I'm going to do with the products I have is I'm actually going to probably be using the My Perfect Facial on the backs of my hands and arms, and perhaps even my neck, whereas I might reserve the slightly pricier DMK for my face and neck. But either way, I really recommend you try at least one of them at home, see how you go, and see which one suits your skin type best.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually volunteer for this? It was unbelievably painful.